what's up guys? So for today's video, man, there's not going to be any reactions. This is just going to be all from the heart. I personally like watching a lot of content that delves into like mental health and people dealing with like their anxieties and their insecurities. And well, I'm going to talk about that with you because, you know, we're all just human here, dude. Like, you gotta be self-aware. So one of the first things I wanted to talk about is my weight. I have been very insecure about it for a long time, and it mostly has to do with all my food allergies. I have tons of them, and personally, I haven't really made like an effort to try to get like super swole or super just in shape or, you know, not super skinny. But it still f***s with me, you know, like I get cold way easier. I don't necessarily feel like I get as much nutrients as I should. I have a lot of food allergies, so I'm like very restricted. I don't get a lot of satisfaction from food, like going out to eat and stuff. Like I'm so limited, you know, I can only have the bare minimum of what other people could have. It's a little bit of jealousy, you know, it's normal. It's normal to feel like, you can't have what everyone else has, whether that's financially or, you know, classism, all that bull. And I guess another thing I wanted to talk about is my social anxiety. Now, this is something that's played heavily into my life. I am very awkward in person if I don't know you. You know, I just never really got the skills for being like a very outgoing person or, you know, just kind of a social butterfly. I never really got it. It's not necessarily something I can own up to. I mean, sometimes I stumble over my words and like I become nearly illiterate because I have so much anxiety. I have so much thoughts going on in my head. It's crazy. It's a lot. It's a lot to deal with. It's almost too much. It gets to the point where like I feel like I'm having an anxiety attack like all the time. And that's not very healthy. For me personally, like things that help is obviously, you know, doing my YouTube stuff. It can be beneficial. It feels like I'm putting something out there that can, you know, I don't know, some of it can stand the test of time, or it's just a reminder that I'm doing something. I'm going forward in my life a little bit. I think podcasting has also helped a little bit with like just being able to have a conversation and such, a bit of an outline of what you would want to talk about with people in general. But yeah, man, I mean, at my jobs, like I've always gotten shakes around people. Like my stomach starts hurting and like I kind of freeze up, and it's not necessarily that like I'm intimidated. I don't think that's what it is. I think it's a genuine, like, I just don't feel comfortable around people like most of the time, you know. Obviously not my close friends or my family. Like I feel totally fine around them. I feel like I can talk about stuff with them, and you should be able to feel that way with your friends as well. You know, everything should be open. Being able to relate to people is what unites people. It's context. It's everything. I guess the last thing I want to talk about is my attention deficit disorder. So everything kind of, it plays hand in hand with each other. The food allergies and the social anxiety and the attention deficit. I can't deny that it can be a lot sometimes, for sure. But the attention deficit was just, it was a lot growing up because I didn't necessarily know what was going on with me at school. You know, like I feel like I didn't retain things enough. I couldn't focus as much as other people in class. But then there was like months where I would be like, you know, like a 4.0 student. And it's crazy. And then there was other months where not so much, you know, C minuses, B pluses, Ds. It was all over the place. It's always been all over the place. I feel that way. I feel like I'm all over the place. I've just always been like that. I've always felt somewhat like I'm a bit of a spaz in my head, but in real life, not so much. It's more of a, I'm just kind of calm or annoying. Just different variations, man. I mean, people aren't one thing all the time. You know, just because I have attention deficit doesn't mean my life is over. Just because you have flaws, just because you have setbacks, it doesn't mean everything is over. You know, you can always find the silver lining to everything. All right, guys, I just wanted to talk to you today just to be transparent, because maybe someone else can relate to it. You know, everyone's got stresses in their life right now. It's a pandemic. People are losing their jobs. Obviously, people are getting coronavirus, and it's freaky times. But you know, you still got to stay positive. Obviously, we have a better president as of now, and I think things are going to be looking up pretty soon here. Obviously, we're getting some vaccines for coronavirus being tested and stuff. So, yeah, man, I feel more positive than I did in the beginning of 2020. But yeah, guys, if you want to see more stuff like this, more mental health stuff where I just kind of talk, like, I'm totally down for that. I love talking about all the Star Wars stuff. I love doing reactions. I think it's fun. Yeah, guys. All right. I'll check you later. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. And, yeah.
Goodbye.